not be a team player, act like we owe them something. Entitlement is one of the biggest red flags in your first 90 days.
What does that look like? In someone coming in and being entitled?
Someone coming in acting like they shouldn't be seeing the extra patients. Why am I staying late if I'm not getting paid for it? I operated with that surgeon yesterday. Why do I have to do it today? Worst things you can say.
Wow.
Right? I mean, because you want someone who's a go-getter, who understands I'm new, but I'm going to do everything I can to learn everything I can. Even if it means I have to stay late for 30 minutes and not get paid for it, I'm willing to make the sacrifice because that is someone in my mind where when I am doing the annual review, I'm going to be like, look at all those times you really helped us. Guys, leaders keep track of that. We have a journal, whether we admit it or not, or maybe it's a mental journal. I tend to write stuff down. So that way, when the annual review comes up, I'll say, hey, look at all these positive things you did for us. Thank you so much. And I do think coming into this thinking, I don't have to do this. I've earned you haven't earned your keep at all. We never earn our keep. You know, you're always earning it. But yeah, I mean.
So what, and what are some of the other things that might come up that you've had experience with that like, wow, probably shouldn't have done that right out the gate?
Yeah. Being overconfident. I've seen a couple people who are, the root of it's insecurity. If you look back on it from some of the people that I've pulled aside to talk to, and they try to overcompensate. Right. So in your honeymoon phase, you don't want to try to act like you are better than you are. You don't want to overcompensate to the point where it's like you're trying to keep up with the people in your group that have been doing this for 15, 20, 30 years.
Can you give all those folks out there a good example? Because I'm sure you have someone that you're thinking of in your brain that maybe overcompensated.
Yes. We had someone, I'll never forget, the person had just had abdominal surgery. And I said, do you want me to help you pack the wound? The actual patient. Okay. The patient. I'm sorry. The patient had abdominal.
I was like, who actually had that?
That's a way to get a job. Get operated on.
That was a misplaced modifier. Okay.
But the patient had just had abdominal surgery.
Okay.
And they went to pack a wound. It's very simple. You pull like a shoelace out, you put a new shoelace in. Okay. So I said to them, do you need help? Nope, I got it. I said, okay. And they came back and the bottle was empty. I said, where did all that packing go? And they said, well, I put it in the belly. And I said, how much did you pull out? And they were like, this much. And I said, so you pulled out this much and you put in this much? They had torn through the fascia and was packing the abdominal cavity, had broken a vessel, and the patient ended up bleeding. And had we not gone back to check. Wow. But to them, it's simple procedure. I've done it before in clinic, not a big deal. Right. Always have someone at least go with you to walk you through the first couple times. Even if you've done it in your electives or you've done it in your rotations, it's a different world than when you're actually doing it in real life. When you put that long white coat on, there's a lot of pressure that goes with that. And everybody acts different. And I think you have to just be cognizant of that during your honeymoon phase, like you're saying. Some people overcompensate. Some people are shy and they don't want to do anything. And some people just are lazy and they think they've earned their way. I've done my school. I know my stuff. I passed my boards. Obviously, I'm good enough to be here. We're never good enough. And the one thing that my supervising physician always says to me is everyone's replaceable. And you have to go in with that mentality. Everyone is always replaceable.